Good morning from El Nido, Palawan. It's another beautiful day in the Philippines. We're gonna take this opportunity to go away for the weekend. So, town proper here in El Nido is on the west coast, but we've heard that there are beautiful beaches on the east coast, so we're gonna head to Sibaltan. Now, it's not very touristy at all. There are places to stay, there are hotels. I think there's a museum as well, but none of it is online. So we're just gonna drive for an hour, see what we can find. If it doesn't work out, I guess we can always come back here, but Alan has already said we're not coming back to the west coast. We're gonna stay on the east coast all weekend. So it's supposed to be, it's 52 minutes. We have to go up the island and then over, so it's northeast of here. But still only 52 minutes, and I think most of the roads here are pretty good. If you don't know, Alan also has a YouTube channel that is about motorcycling around the world. It's GoPro uncut, so you can just see beautiful views. And of course, I take the best footage for my own videos. All right, so it is a little bit cloudy out today, but that is actually great for us because it is so hot in El Nido and the sun is so strong. So actually to have a little bit of cloud driving there today is welcome. It's also really breezy, which is fantastic. The west coast isn't that breezy, even though we're on the water. So this is a really nice driving day. It'll be about 50 minutes. Right now it looks like we are in farmland area. We've seen some crops, some water buffalo. I will say this, it seems to be that the price of food, I think, is more expensive here. I don't know if they produce enough, but I've also noticed that they don't sell cut fruit on the street, which is such an easy thing to sell to tourists, but I think it might be too expensive. So we just pulled over the side of the road so that Alan could put his GoPro back on. It was raining for a little bit of it, so we put the cameras away. But coming up over this hill, we're about 10 minutes away from Sibaltan Beach, which is where we're hoping to stay. It's gorgeous. You get up top, then you get like just a view of all of these fields, and then the water is gorgeous. It's just so beautiful here. It's just the freedom you have to get on a bike and just drive around, see local people. A lot of kids and people have been waving, and it's so nice. All right, so we made it. It looks beautiful. All right, let's check out this beach. The color, it looks like it's low tide, very windy. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh yeah, you can see some people out kiteboarding. And then lots of fishing boats here. Ooh, I think this is gonna be a good place to stay. It's still early enough. It would be great if we could find a restaurant, somewhere to eat, but it looks like down there might be somewhere to eat. And then we're gonna just check out a couple places to see if we can stay here. All right, walk on the beach, walk on the street. Yeah, let's go on the street first. That's a little bit easy. The sand here, though, you can see it's so soft. It's like a light gray sand. It looks like this is somewhere to stay too, Katala. Well, we were just very lucky. As we were walking down, we actually ran into the owner of a restaurant here, and we asked him about where to stay. So he gave us the lowdown on every place, what the prices were, if they have electricity, if they have air conditioning. Most places don't. And kind of just said, actually walk down to Florecita, you might be able to get some kind of deal there. So that's what we're going to try. He thought that might be the best. There are places here that also rent hammocks. I need a bed, but also there are places that have AC and internet for actually more than we're paying in town proper. So we're gonna check out this Florecita place and see if we can get a good spot. If you don't want to stay on the beach, I guess there are other places, but we came here because we wanted to go to the beach. I guess sunrise here is fantastic. You can rent a kayak And there's some kind of little islet that you can go to for breakfast or sunrise, and it's supposed to be beautiful. So we actually checked in, had a shower, had an opportunity to just relax, get dressed, but I wanted to share why we chose this place. So there are a number of places on the beach. This is one of the few that has power 24/7. So you'll see right here, they have solar panels, and also they just have this front area, which is beautiful to relax. Where we're staying is right on the beach. And so we will go to sleep with the waves, wake up to the waves. But let me just show you this area. As you can see, lots of just seating places, hammocks. So this is our little spot. Alan's talking to his mom, I think. And then this is small, really, really small, but it's just a little bed. And actually I was worried because it has like a traditional size mattress, but it's on bamboo, so I checked it out. And then it also has this mosquito net, which I think is definitely necessary, but you can look right out the window and see the beach. And it's lunchtime, so the nice man who helped us find this place has a restaurant, so we're going to go there. I think they're going to have fish for us, which is amazing. We both love fish. So this place, if it's half as good as that man was nice, then we're gonna have a fantastic lunch. Our plan for today is not a lot. So we want to obviously go eat lunch, and then there's supposed to be a museum in town. And it's interesting because this area, Siboltan, is the oldest area of all of Palawan. And it has kind of a fascinating history. I don't want to share it just yet. I read a little bit online, but I don't know if I trust it. So we saw on Google that the museum is closed, but we hope that's just, it hasn't been updated, because it does look interesting. It's an archaeological area. A lot of people would just bury their things so that if somebody came in and tried to invade or steal, that they couldn't find them, everything was buried. So a lot of people do come here, but we'll see. As I said, I think it's an interesting history, but I just don't want to say until I'm 100% sure. So this is the restaurant we were talking about. It's Carinderia by the Bay. And they were just so nice. The deal is that they have just kind of one set menu, but they did ask us if we wanted fish. And I can see there is a couple here from Denmark. Good morning. Hello. Nice to see you. That coconut is huge. We might get one of those. Do you have fish?
Fish?
Yes.
Yeah, you fried it.
Okay. Maybe should we get a coconut to share? A giant. This is a giant coconut. It's a mega. It's a mega coconut. This I think is the biggest coconut we've ever shared.
Yeah, ever had.
What about you? Is this the biggest coconut you've ever had? No.
Little biggest one.
Really? This is the biggest one. Okay. It's sweet. Look at all this rice coming for Alan. Whoa, that looks amazing. And so much rice. What do they give you? Oh, it's sweet and sour chicken sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chicken sauce on that.
So they gave him a piece of chicken and sweet and sour chicken sauce for this. And then we have this fresh fried blue marlin, which they made for us, which is so nice. Apparently, they have a Spanish friend who's actually building a house back here, and he taught them how to make this. So you know it's gonna be good because, I mean, Filipino food is good. Spanish also know how to make some good fish. Ooh, oh, you're gonna love this. This is seasoned so well. And then this fish is just really tender. So tender. This is delicious. Try it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's so good. It's very, very good. This spot is so big. They're actually also opening up accommodation eventually. So keep this spot in mind. And if they're smart, they will have a way for you to book online. But if not, just come here because Gene is so nice, so honest. He just gave us so much advice and didn't have any ulterior motive other than to help us find the right place to stay. But next time I would definitely stay with him if it's possible. That was such a great lunch. It was also just interesting talking to them about everything, about politics, about how things work, the expensive things, and just expensive fruit here and why, you know, to bring fruit in, it's just more expensive here. We're actually on our way to find a pineapple, but I have to say, we had fish, sweet and sour chicken, 2 things of rice, and a gigantic coconut, and that was 360 pesos. Oh, look, they're drying rice here? Oh, so this is like brown rice with the husk on it.
It's rice inside.
Oh yeah, it still has like the husk on it. Oh yeah, this is another place that you can stay, Catala. And then I feel like in the Philippines, no matter how small a place is, you need to have some kind of like basketball / volleyball court. And so I don't know how many people live here, but they do have that right here. We are on the hunt for pineapple or some other kind of fruit, and I think this is kind of like the local market area. As you can see, this is Saturday and there are not a lot of people out. I mean, people are out, they're in the street, but this is as busy, I think, as it gets. A lot of people are doing things. They've probably actually gone to the beach in other places along the east or the west coast where it's a little bit less windy and better to swim. But actually, when we talked to Gene, one of the interesting things he said was most people in this village don't have transportation. So they don't have cars. We have seen some people on motorbikes, but to get around is much more difficult. There is a bus that goes back here and to town proper, but you would have to get the bus at a certain time of day or get an expensive shuttle, which for us is not expensive because it's for tourists, but would be much more expensive for locals. We were also told not to worry, that it was very safe here. They say that the only danger here is having a coconut fall on your head. Subaltern Heritage Council, the Information Office, Cultural Tours, Pangko Museum, and the Balay Kuyunan Museum. Well, we tried. We wanted to try to learn a little bit more about this place, but maybe it's closed on weekends. I'm not sure. Pineapple. Yeah. Okay, yeah, 121. So 120 pesos for the full, that's good. Thank you. One of the other reasons it was really good talking to Gene is that he said that here a lot of people make as low as 350 pesos a day. So if they have a few children, if they need to get sick, the hospital is free, but medicine is not. And so life here can be challenging. It also gives me some perspective of how much we pay as tourists, that, you know, the lunch that we just spent for 360 pesos seems like such a good deal to us, but that would be pay for a day for some people here. So it's always good to keep those things in mind and just feel grateful, thankful that we are able to travel and do this, and then also help these communities by visiting. Tourism can really help communities by bringing in more money and doing it in a sustainable way. That's what you hope for. All right, so at the end of the day, we're not doing much of anything. We are going back. I got a beer, we got some snacks. We're going to just relax at the resort. Sometimes that is the best thing, and I would say this place just makes you really want to relax. So we're going to chill out, maybe go into the water. The tide is coming in, so even though it's not ideal swimming water, it would be nice to go in because the color is beautiful. All right, so this local woman saw Alan cutting, came over, had a little chat with him, and then finished it all up. He did do the final slices though. You did do that part. So he said, the plate is for me, and he's just going to eat the core. This is good pineapple. We've just been hanging out, doing a bunch of nothing. I did put my feet in the water, and the water is actually really warm, so I think maybe we'll go in. It looks pretty shallow, so I don't know how far you have to walk out to actually get to deep water, but I think we'll go for a walk in the water. So it's actually just really nice to just hang out and live life slowly, whatever that word is in the local language. Alan's carbonara without bacon came with a side of bread and some rice. He's got like the trio of Asian carbs. You're loving it. Bread, rice, noodles. I got grilled fish in a coconut curry. It also looks amazing with, of course, with rice. All right, so we came to Sibeltan, El Nido with zero expectations, and I would say that was a good because overall, Sibeltan is great if you want to like get away from the crowds, get away from the tourists. There are lots of different things to eat, 6 places to stay, variety of budgets. We are definitely ending on a really special place. And I did discover you can book this one on Agoda. Let's try this fish curry. Different than lunch, but also very tender, super tasty. I'm gonna end this video here so that we can finish dinner. This is definitely a special place looking out onto the ocean. In the next video, we're gonna be doing something a little bit different for us. We're trying to be more active this year. When we took tour A, we were in a kayak for, I don't know, just half an hour, 45 minutes, and we loved it. So in the next video, we are renting a kayak and we're going to try to make it out to another island. We'll see how it goes. We'll see you in the next video. It should be a fun one.